From high-tech to old school, corporate to mom and pop, Chelmsford, Mass. Has a thriving business community. And every month, the Chelmsford Business Association visits 2 local businesses. We learn what makes each one successful, what makes it unique, and what makes it an integral part of the town we love. So let's get down to business with the Chelmsford Business Association. Hello and welcome to the Chelmsford Business Association. I'm your host, Bill Martin, along with Paul Aronian. We're here at Maxwell's. Probably don't recognize the sign right away, but for the last probably 20, 30, 40 years, it's been Agway. And since about 1990, 1995, Agway has given all the stores to independent owners. And we've had a name change. The quality is the same. The good service that you've had, all the products you're looking for are the same. We've added a few more things to the roster here. And so we're going to invite you inside at Maxwell's with the Bougoulas family here on the Chelmsford Business Association. We're here with Lisa Bougoulas, one of the owners here at Maxwell's, no longer Agway. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And this has been an absolute buzz around town, the new name. Tell us what happened and what was behind the name change.
Okay, so back in 2010, my husband and I bought the store. And we've been talking about changing the name forever because most people don't realize that Agways are all individually owned. Since the 90s, they sold off all their stores, and people think we're part of a chain or a big corporation, and we couldn't agree on a name. And so it kind of one year led to another, and then for 9 years now, we've been doing an indoor farmers market, which is great. It does really well in the winter.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because in the winter, you got nothing to do. It's a Saturday, come in, get some good food. And so I've had people come in, so many people come and shop and say they've lived here their whole life, but they've never been in the store. I'm like, why not? And they're like, well, I don't know what an Agway is. I didn't know what was inside. And I'm like, we really got to do this.
Yeah.
So we ended up really kind of pushing it like last fall, going, we got to do it. We're going to do it in the spring. So we said, now we need a name. So we're thinking, and then we thought, what about Maxwell's? And you're like, well, what's Maxwell's? And you can see up there, if you look up at the sign, and you see that little dog in the front seat of the truck, that's Maxwell.
No kidding.
That's our dog. And I had the whole logo done. He's in the front, and that's our dog, Maxwell. And then in the meantime, we got another dog. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I had to email the logo designer back, send her a picture of our new dog, Molly, and say, can you add her in the back of the truck?
Yeah.
So that's Molly in the back of our truck.
Funny? Well, let's hope that's the end of having new dogs for a while, because we don't want to have to keep updating the logo.
Yeah, I know.
But it is a great name, a great logo, a great look, and it really, much more than Agway did. Agway back in the 50s, the 60s, you know, the agricultural part of America, the Midwest, you know, it made a lot of sense probably at that time.
Yeah, because then everyone knew what an Agway was and what they had. And it just got to the point where we wanted people to know we're local, we're not a chain, we're not a corporation, we're just one independently owned store.
Right, and have been for many years.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I'll tell you, the sign says it all because there are so many great things you have for the lawn and garden, for the, you know, the whole pet supplies thing, everything that you do here. Really, it's right in that sign, right in the logo, right in the name.
That's right, yep.
Yeah.
So we're happy with it.
Oh, you must be thrilled. And we have so much stuff going on here. Sadly, 2019 really didn't have the spring we were hoping for.
No.
Yeah, it's been kind of cold and rainy, but it feels like the weather's breaking, and there's going to be a lot of shopping here going on. We have everything from you know, shrubs to the flowers to the tomato plants and pepper plants, and really a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on here, and I'm ready to start working out in my garden.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to see here. Let's go have a look.
Sounds good.
Notice we've got all kinds of herbs, we've got all kinds of things growing, and people are really into this more so than ever these days, aren't they?
They are. They definitely are, and it's fun to bring in like a variety. Like right here we have mint, we have chocolate mint, orange mint.
Chocolate mint, like the Girl Scout cookies. They're growing a Girl Scout cookie plant these days.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hot and spicy oregano, salsa, cilantro. So we try and bring it in, and if you don't see something you want, I'm sure we could get it in.
You know, and a lot of these herbs, you don't realize it, but like fresh cilantro is really, it's a different power, different flavor than
definitely than the dried. Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. So we have all the herbs, and like I said, if you don't see something you want, we could get it. We have, we deal with local growers, so
Yeah.
it's close. It'll be quick.
Yeah, oh yeah. And all this stuff started from seed, people anticipating this is happening, weeks ago, getting everything all ready. And we have some other things here. This is some lettuce I think we've got started,
We've got
right?
lettuce, yep. We've got all sorts of things. Eggplants, we'll have zucchini, we have beets over here.
Yeah.
Carrots, we have all things you could think of. They'll be coming in, and of course, tomatoes.
Oh man, the tomatoes, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the thing with tomatoes. There's so many different varieties these days of tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we have all the favorites, the Jet Star, the Roma Plum, all that, but then we'll have some more exotic ones, and we have them if you want to start them a little bit bigger, or you want to start them small, whatever you want. We could get it, we have it, or we could get it, and then inside we have the other part of it where we have potatoes. A lot of people grow potatoes
Oh,
and
sure.
onions, and
Yeah. And now on the starter plants we have here, there was really a little bit of concern a few nights ago that it might have actually gotten a little cool for these. I mean,
oh
we're
yeah, yep,
hustling around, covering them up.
covering them up, bringing them inside the greenhouse, and the greenhouse is filled, so
Yeah.
it's hard finding room.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when people are growing tomatoes, they do everything from pots on the back porch, and then they are big garden. There's a lot of tomato action here in New England.
Oh, there is. That's very popular.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite things is when that first tomato, native, homegrown tomato comes out with a couple of slices of smoked turkey and that brand new. It's just the best.
Oh yeah.
It really is. Yeah. I look forward to it.
Or
yeah.
the cherry tomatoes, pop them in your mouth in
yeah.
the garden. They don't
Oh,
all make it in the
They
house.
can't even get them in the house. That's exactly right. And now the other thing with tomatoes is that when they grow them hothouse tomatoes, there was this guy who was doing a show on tomato. He said a tomato had fallen off a truck, a green tomato, hit his windshield, broke the windshield. He pulled over. He found the tomato. The tomato wasn't even dented. I mean, when they're growing those hothouse tomatoes down in Florida and other places
Yeah.
and shipping them, they're really, it's not the same.
No, it's definitely not the same. They're not ripening on the vine. They have to ripen on their way to the store.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And here in New England, it's all I can do to get the tomato from the garden to the plate without it smushing,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
so ripe, yeah, yeah. And now we have some peppers as well, and peppers has really become a thing these days too. So many varieties, so many temperature. And tell us what we've got here.
Well, right here we have Tabasco peppers right there. So the name pretty much speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So we've got mild peppers, spicy, all different varieties, banana peppers.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's fun. Those are fun too.
Oh yeah, and the people that are into peppers, I mean, they really know what they're talking about too. There's like so much going on there, Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and now there's a lot of cheeses now that have that, like pepper jack cheese and a lot of
right,
it
with
all
the hot,
mixed in.
yep,
Yeah,
they're great.
yeah, exactly. Well, we've got everything here. We even have some. We have some baby chicks have arrived.
Oh, they
or
have.
hatched. I don't know if they've arrived or they've hatched. But
arrived.
we're gonna have a look at those. Let's go inside and see them.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, this is like a trip to the zoo. This is so exciting here. We've got the baby chicks all hatched and ready to go here. Tell us about this whole chick business here you got going.
Okay, so we've been doing this for years. If you want to get a little peek at them. So each section has different breeds in there. So some of these are like silkies. They're called silkies. So I bring in some that are bantams that are small size. As you can see, they've got little feathers on their feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they'll grow up and they'll just be probably half the size of a regular chicken.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's some Rhode Island Reds in there, but silkies, they seem to people really love them because they're tiny and they're really puffy.
Yeah.
You can see that one back there? See all the feathers on the feet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it'll grow up and it'll just be like a puffball.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Now a lot of these, like a Bantam and the Rhode Island Red, they're all New England breeds.
I
They've all...
only bring in chicks that are winter hardy.
Oh, okay.
So like I myself have chickens at home and I've had silkies. They're 7 years old now. So yep, they definitely, the
Really?
winter's no problem for them at all. Actually, if you think about it, with the feathers going down the legs, they seem to stay warmer than the other
Sure,
chickens.
sure. There's actually a town called Bantam, Connecticut. where they say that the bantam rooster was originally bred.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here and then of course the Rhode Island Reds, they're all here in New England is where they've gotten their start.
Get these guys.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's different breeds. There's Wyandottes, and looks like the Buff Orpingtons have all sold. Hopefully nobody jumps out.
Let me trade spots here. Hey, see you later, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do we got here now?
So we have black Australorps. So these are the ones that look like penguins.
Oh yeah, they
But
do
when-
look like penguins.
When they grow up, they're completely black. Not even a spot of yellow will be left on them, like a deep dark, almost a purplish black.
Really,
Really good sized big chickens, big eggs.
really.
And then there's some in there, like, I can little
Wow. Okay, he's
Um,
getting older. He's getting bigger.
Look at them.
called
Look at-
Americanas, and they will
Doors
lay,
open. Let's get out of here.
yeah, lay either light blue or light green eggs,
The
which is kind of
Easter
fun.
eggs, yeah, yeah.
They call them Easter eggers, the nickname.
Yeah. Well, now, can you tell ahead? I mean, obviously somebody could, but when you're buying the chicks, do you know if they're hens or roosters ahead of time, or it's?
The hatchery ships them with, like, the day they're born, because they could go for a couple days without food, water.
Yeah.
But after that, they really need it, and it's called sexing them there. They sex them, and they say they're about 92% accurate that they're going to be females, which are called pullets.
Okay.
And then there's always the 2% chance that you might have a rooster, but we also give out the card for a person that lives in Westford, Tom Doherty, and he will take anyone's chicken. He sells them at a farmer's exchange, and
Oh.
he's more than happy to take them, because a lot of people don't know, what do I do with it? And like,
If it's a
who do you give it
rooster,
to?
yeah.
So
Right.
he's great.
Oh, isn't that good? Well, that's good to know. So
Yeah.
if you buy the chickens or the chicks and you find out that one of them's a rooster, Tom Doherty will solve your rooster problem.
Yep, and then really, I mean, having chickens is so inexpensive. They're $3.99. They're not going to break the bank. The only thing that's expensive is the coop. So we sell coops, but also if you're handy, you go
Yeah.
on backyardchickens.com, people put up their plans on how to build a coop.
Yeah.
And after that, they eat table scraps. I mean, a giant bag of shavings like that is only like $8. And that'll clean the coop a couple of times.
Sure.
The food, 40-pound bag, I mean, $17. It's just really inexpensive to have them.
Yeah.
But
Now-
you get great eggs. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, they
Yeah.
are the best. And I'll tell you, for folks that haven't had, the fresh
Fresh
eggs,
eggs.
there is a huge difference.
Yeah, nothing like it.
Yeah, you throw
I
some
mean-
of that cilantro and those peppers in
That's
it.
right, there you go.
Yeah. Now, I have to mention it only because it was in the news. It was a big part of it. We don't have to get too deep. But there was a kind of a thing about chickens in Chelmsford
yeah.
there for a
Yeah.
while, and that was kind of a thing. What is the disposition now for people in Chelmsford that want to buy chickens?
It's gotten a lot better. Before,
Okay.
it was at the point where it looked like only like 20% of people in Chelmsford would meet all the requirements to actually have chickens in their backyard, which if you think about it, if we started out as a farming community,
Yeah.
not too good. Plus, the real big thing now is sustainability. People like to, even with their kids, show them how you could raise your own food. You'll have
Sure.
eggs in the backyard, gardening's big. Everything is like sustainability,
Right.
and it's great that you could do it in your backyard.
Right.
So, yeah, things have eased up a little
Oh,
bit.
good.
and-
That's good to
Yeah.
hear. Because this really is, and if you have kids and you have chicken, I mean, it is just really, it really goes together.
It's
like-
great. It's a learning thing, too, for them, but also it's great, and you get the fresh eggs, and
Yeah, and there's nothing like it. And for the price of a dozen eggs, you could have a chicken. That
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean,
yeah.
at one point, because I had 11 chickens at one point, I was getting probably 2 dozen eggs a week. It was crazy. More than that
Yeah.
at points. Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly I have a lot of friends. Like tomato
Oh
season.
yeah, my
you know.
neighbors love me.
Yeah. In tomato season, it's like everybody's handing everybody tomatoes for
Tomatoes,
about
exactly.
3 weeks, and then it's
Yep,
then it's
and
over.
I'm handing everyone eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, there's a lot to see here, Lisa. Let's keep going. Let's have a
Okay.
look. All right. Lisa, we were talking about the chickens and their, the eggs are important, but at the same time, they're almost like pets. And that's true with like pigs and goats and a lot of
Exactly.
people. And you really have something for everybody here.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Now, goats are a big thing.
Goats are getting to be a big thing. A lot of people have goats
Yeah.
now. So we have goat feed here and anything you need for goats.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually saw a sign not too long ago that a guy was renting out his goats to do like landscaping and
They'll eat poison ivy. A lot of
That's
people do
what
it for that. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So goats will eat poison. So if you have a poison ivy problem, either buy or rent some goats.
Rent a goat.
Rent a goat, yeah, and it'll eat the poison ivy. And they eat it right down to the...
Yep, right down to the ground.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
They like
No.
that.
Yeah. And now anything for horses, cows, sheep, goats.
rabbits. Yep, hamsters, guinea pigs, all that. We have all that.
Yeah, yeah. Now how big is the rabbit thing going these days? I had rabbits.
Yeah, a lot of people have rabbits
Yeah.
for pets. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I mean, they are so easy. I mean,
Yeah,
there's really
they
not
are.
much to it.
And cuddly. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, they're great. Yeah. Yeah, and this whole thing, people with their pets now, it really is becoming, I think, more popular than ever, whether it be for a service animal or just, an elder who's alone and gets a pet. They really are. Business is booming.
Oh, it definitely is booming. Oh, it
Yeah.
definitely is. I mean, even when we bought the store in 2010 and I do the chicken seminar, I think I had someone else doing it at the time. I do it now, but like 5 people showed up, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, to the point where I was getting like over 50 people showing up for the I do a free chicken seminar every winter.
Now, Lisa, the science behind dog food these days, you hear it on the radio and television about all the great things they're doing in dog food. Tell us what we have here.
Okay, so right here we have Acana and Origin. They're like 2 of the highest rated dog foods. From the dog food advisors, they both have like 5-star rating.
Really?
They're great. They only sell to small independent stores like ours, and it's great. I think if you look at the formulas, I'm pretty sure they're eating better than my kids.
Well, they are. Here's one. This here is for dog food. It's a duck and pear, Muscovy duck and fresh Bartlett pears.
Oh yeah, they just because your dogs are like your children now. I mean,
Yeah.
I know mine are. I mean, they're in the logo of my building.
The kids aren't on the logo, but the dogs are. Molly gets her own redo. Yeah, that's funny.
So we have all the top brands of this. From's another really big seller here, and
Yeah.
that's only in small independent stores like this. So we have all the top ones, and we also offer delivery. So
Really?
if you want the dog food and you're at work all day, we'll deliver it to you.
No kidding.
Yep.
Isn't that so? What a great service that is.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not just the highest.
No, we
and
got 'em
you
all.
have some. I mean, you wouldn't sell anything that wasn't good for the dog,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, definitely.
But,
I mean, we have wellness core, right here. We have Earthborn. Oh yeah, we have, and basically, I mean, they come every week. They're here every week. So if you see a brand you don't want, we can get it. We can get any brand you want.
Right.
Or
or if you don't see a brand you do want.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Exactly, and we could get it in. It's not like, some places charge you extra to bring it in. We
Sure.
don't. We're dealing with them every week anyway, ordering, so if you have something you want, it's no extra
Right,
charge to
right.
get what you want.
And and they really geared towards things like weight control and old age or upset stomach and all the things that our pets go through.
Oh yeah, especially the back, we have all the cat food with the whole, adult, indoor cat, outdoor cat, hairball, all that stuff.
I see that fancy feast where the cat's eating out of this crystal cup, and I'm thinking,
I'll bet some people do that.
I should be so lucky. Yeah. The other thing you have here, and this is really so many people, and my wife and I included, really for the feeding the birds in the winter. Let's go have a look.
Okay.
Now, Lisa, the people are feeding the birds by just way of that, feeding the bears as well sometimes. But
That
there
happens,
is,
yeah.
it is really a huge business, and you've got so many of the bird food and accessories. Tell us a little about that.
Okay, so this is huge here, all the bird seed. The big bags, down to the smallest ones along the wall. And it's great here because if you get a 40-pound bag, they carry it out for you to your car.
We're right
That's
near
a
the
good
door.
part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's great. I mean, people feed them year-round, and we have, of course, obviously a lot of feeders in here and bird houses, even these little crazy ones here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't those adorable? Yeah, look at that. And it's amazing that you can have a birdhouse with the size of the hole will actually attract a specific bird.
Type of bird.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it is so cool. We have birdhouses, bird feeders, but really squirrels, and we haven't had a bear in our yard, but you see the videos of bears and bird
Oh, yeah.
feeders, you know? Yeah, yeah. And it's like, you know, and then they take a dip in the pool and they go back in the woods, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then it becomes like a science, trying to figure out a bird feeder and how to keep the squirrels out of it. And we have some of the droll Yankee ones that actually work pretty good. And if it's just light enough for a bird to sit on it and eat, but as soon as the squirrel comes, the side goes.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they come up with all sorts of contraptions, baffles, everything you could think of to keep them away from the
Yeah.
seed.
We've attracted hummingbirds over the last several years, and they are just amazing
They
to
are.
watch. Yeah.
They are. We got the hummingbird feeders there too. I love doing that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they'll come right up. They'll look you right in the eye, and then they'll disappear.
Zoom off, up and down.
Yeah.
There they go. Yeah.
Yeah, and an aggressive bird that I was surprised about is blue jays. Blue
Yeah.
jays can really be like the bully in the neighborhood.
They are. They come to my bird feeder and just go like that, and with their beak knock all the food out. They're not even eating it. They're just
Right, it's just throwing
making
it so
all
everyone
over.
else is
Yeah.
mad at them.
feeding the squirrels.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Now, obviously, this is a winter thing, but at the same time, you know, they say it's important if you're gonna feed the birds, you
Year
should
round.
continue
Yeah,
right through
exactly.
because you're kind of training them to eat the food, and then if you stop giving it to them,
Exactly, and now's a great time. I mean, I have so many little yellow finches. They're so pretty.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
my feeder and cardinals. It's just so nice to see.
oh yeah, those bright red male cardinals, they are really something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is absolutely great, and if you have a backyard at all, you don't even need a big backyard. This is really a fun thing to get into.
Oh yeah, we even have some you stick on your window, and then they'll come right to your window and you can watch.
And you can watch them.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Yeah. Our time grows short, Lisa, but I do want to see the greenhouse and talk about this winter farmers market you have. Let's go have a look there.
Okay.
Now, Lisa, one of the things that's really important to so many gardeners and farmers is that they're chemical-free, they're organic, and you really have an amazing variety here of that.
We have everything, and we're really, I mean, that's what a lot of people don't realize about our store is we do have a lot of organic, especially espoma. They're just wonderful between the plant tone, the holly tone, and if you look over there, it's pretty much everything you could think of. Tomato, azalea, garden, I mean, they have something organic for everything you could think of in your yard.
Right, yeah, yeah. And like that bat guano, I mean, that's like a popular thing. I know that back in the day, that was supposed to be a great product as well. And it really does for organic gardening. It's amazing.
Exactly, and right there, the coop poop. There
Oh,
you go.
really?
We know where that comes from, the
Oh,
chickens.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Now look at all this. This is yeah. I mean, and it is so important, you know. I mean, you can't eat everything organic all the time, but it really does make sense when you think about it.
Oh, it does. I mean, even the lawn food, we have, you know, right over there.
So now
Organic
the
lawn food over there.
that's all organic as well, all natural, all organic.
Yep.
You know, your kids are out there playing in the yard, and you know, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. And then the grass seed.
Yeah, yeah. And we have everything here in terms of annuals, perennials. There
Bills.
really is a big selection. We didn't really touch on it the way we wanted to, but there really is a big selection here.
Oh, there is. There definitely is. And the grass seed, I mean, anything you think of, shade, sun and shade, everything like that, that's all over here. Step programs.
Oh, yeah.
So they're all here. We have the Agway step programs, the Scots.
And it's important for folks to realize you still do carry the Agway
Oh, we
product.
have all the Agway products still. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so the name has changed, but the quality and everything that we've come to expect here at Agway is
Still here.
Is still
And
the
even
same.
look at all the Agway grass seed.
Oh yeah,
Everything. We
look
have
at all.
sorts. We have Jonathan Green. That's, you know, gotten really big too right there. That's really good grass seed. And the Agway, of course, obviously that goes by its name.
Yeah, yeah. Look at all that.
Land, yep.
Yeah.
Got a lot of land, or we have a lot of landscapers for customers.
Sure.
too.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, yeah. Now I do want to touch. We only have a minute or so left, but I do want to just mention you have an amazing winter farmers market in this space, which is a perfect space. Tell us a little about how that got started and what that's all about.
Okay, so when we bought the store in 2010, basically by November this is empty. There's really just about nothing left in here because no one's getting
Grass seed
grass
and-
seed
yeah.
or fertilizer for their
Sure.
lawn. So we thought, well, it's heated. I mean, we have heat in here, so we might as well do something with it. And we started a farmer's market, and now every Saturday, November through February, We have about 18 to 20 vendors in here selling everything from, well, we have Jones Farm in the middle. They're local. They're from
Yep.
Chelmsford. So they have all the produce. We have a seafood, fish and seafood vendor. We have Lindell Farm. They're grass-fed pasteurized meat. So he's our meat vendor. And then we have bagels. We have
You have
fudge. we have-
bagels and coffee that
Coffee.
is just killer.
Oh, Muddy Water Coffee.
It is
Oh,
such good coffee.
so
The folks
good.
at Muddy Water Coffee are to be congratulated on a great, great product.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It really is. And then also we have like food ready to eat. So if it's a Saturday and you want to come do some shopping, but you're also hungry, we have empanada dada, which people call to make sure he'll be here. He's here every week.
Yeah.
And they'll call because it's empanadas hot, ready to go. He cooks them right here, and they're so delicious. The fillings, he's got chicken, he's got guava and cream cheese, everything.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's great fun. 10 to 2 every Saturday, November through February.
Yeah, that's great. Lisa, thanks so much for the tour. Our regards to Glenn and Manny and all the folks who make this happen here. I know you've got a great staff. We've always enjoyed it. Maxwell's. It's no longer Agway, folks. It's Maxwell's. It's in the same spot here near the Byam School on Route 27. Come on down. If you haven't been here, you've missed a real gem here in Chelmsford. You want to come down all summer, all winter here at Maxwell's.
Thank you for having
Oh,
me.
well, thanks so much. And for Paul Aronian and John Harrington and the Chelmsford Business Association, I'm Bill Martin. Thanks for watching.